I'm here with Cindy, one of the best people that I know up here in North Dakota. She's an excellent. She's a professional, and when it comes down to information, and one of the best places that you can come, if not the best place in North Dakota, it's the job service in Williston, North Dakota. And I'm here with Cindy. I'm going to ask her a couple of questions. Cindy, where are you from? What brought you to North Dakota?
Well, I'm originally from North Dakota,
Okay.
but I've lived in 7 other states. My career has taken me different places. But I am originally from Southwest North Dakota, and I moved here from Bismarck, North Dakota.
Okay, that's great. Because that's one of the things I don't really see a lot of people that's from here, and it's good to meet people that's from here and get their opinions on things. What I'll say, what has been the transition from the way things were to the way things are now that you've seen?
Well, I came in 3 years ago, so each part of the state works in different segments.
Mhm.
So I think housing was a big issue. I mean, it still is an issue, but it was really a big issue when I first came. You couldn't find any place to live at all. Now what we're seeing is people have friends here, so they call, hey, there's jobs, so they'll come and they'll sleep on their couch until they can get situated and then find their own place. That's probably the biggest one. The job market is expanding. It's not, there's still oil jobs, but it's not as oil dominant. What has happened is the industry has started to spread out so that people, it's becoming a whole community.
Yeah.
And it's growing to fit those needs, like the rec center, and retail is starting to come, all the food services and all the amenities that you need. The park system is unbelievable. That's really grown for the young families that are coming in. I live right next to a park right now. Because I was commuting for an hour, and I live next to a park right now, and if I go home for lunch, it's packed. When I go home at night, it's packed. It's fun to just watch kids and families. I walk a lot. I see all the ballparks are full. People are out. It's not just all work anymore. People are starting to actually live here, and they don't work and then leave. People are, and the other thing. That's another thing we're seeing is companies, when they are looking for people, they want people that are here. They want people that have put down roots, whether it's an apartment or something. It's long-term for them.
I was just about to say that. They know that they're going to be long-term.
They're long-term, and they want long-term employees. They don't want somebody that wants to go home every 3 weeks. Are there jobs that do that? Yes. But they're getting to be fewer and far between. The 2 week on, 2 week off, there's very few of those. A lot of them have gone to 3 weeks on, 1 week off, or 12 days on, 6 days off. There's some of that, but it's getting to be more and more the, lack of a better word, 8 to 5 or weekends off, that type of thing. So we're seeing a bigger move towards that type of workforce. Tomorrow there's a big meeting with a bunch of HR. It's called with the chamber, called Level Up. They're doing a big presentation, and all the HR people are coming. So it'll be interesting to hear what they're doing in different ways. Okay. So we should have done this on Thursday.
Well, I can always come back if you want me to, or it just depends on you, because I'm trying to catch up on my videos that I first started making last year, but I didn't. Once I started working, I didn't have a chance to do them all. So, I wanted to ask you, only a couple more things. I'll let you go. I know you're a very busy lady. I want to ask you, what is some advice that you would give to someone who's considering coming up here?
The first thing they need to do is go to jobsnd.com and register. Register on there, and if they want, they can, once they've registered, if they want to call us, or actually there's also on the site, it tells you how to search. Search and see what skills you can fit into. What skills are you looking for? Mm-hmm. And right now, I think there's 1,800 jobs just in Williams County. Yeah. So you got to look at what's out there, and then put your resume on there, and do it by what are your skills. Google's everybody's best friend. If you want to be an engineer, then type in engineer and see what skills, do you have those skills to go there. Mm-hmm. Mechanical skills are big out here.
Very big.
But now we're starting to see, I mean, I just looked up, the medical field is really huge.
I noticed that too. I was like, wow.
Huge right now. I mean, we're looking, I had someone was called, and they were trying to do a newspaper article, and, well, what's going on? And I said, okay, are you at a computer? So they got on the computer, and I said, okay, type in doctor. Okay, 4 jobs came up. Type in accountant, like 8 jobs came up. Type in sales, and that was like 124 jobs came up, and and all from high level sales down to your entry level.
Yeah, wide variety.
Yeah, so you could really, the community is still growing. If you're an entrepreneur, it's really a good place to be. It's not always easy as an entrepreneur because it's a whole different pace than any other place that I've ever lived.
Yeah.
I know people get really discouraged, but if they can just plow through, a lot of it's attitude.
Yeah,
if you come
absolutely.
Here, a lot of people come out here. Well, I mean, we had a person we were working with, and they're going, well, I'm not doing this. Well, I should just go home. Well, what do you like about being here? What do you like about being at home? I mean, you're going to have to make that decision. A lot of people don't like to leave home.
Yeah. I
mean, I always have. Like I said, I've worked in 7, 8 different states and lived there. And if you embrace where you're at, it's going to be great. But if all you can do is think about, oh, well, it's like this back home or it's like this back home, then maybe this isn't the place for you.
Yeah.
Because it will be tough for you.
Because you got to have a positive attitude up here.
You do, because there's a lot of competition. I mean, there's getting to be a lot of competition. That has changed too. There used to be 3, 4 jobs for everybody that walked in the door.
Yeah.
I mean, you really could, and now there's, you got a job and a half. So, and it's more varied too.
Yeah.
I mean, we have people that they were just dead set that they wanted to be in the oil field. Oil field wasn't for them. I mean, it takes a different skill set, a different person to have to work in that environment. They were doing roustabout type work, and they hadn't done that before. And, well, I'm in shape. Well, no, they weren't. I mean, it's a different kind of shape.
Yeah.
It's just like my daughter's a swimmer, and she'd swim, and then she'd go and do track. Well, everybody thought she'd be in shape, but it's different muscles.
Yeah,
So the same
yeah.
thing happens here. What are you going to move into? I mean, if you have management skills, if you have healthcare skills, there's tons of admin jobs. There's still safety jobs. There's gauger jobs. We've been a lot of roustabout jobs lately. Yeah. If you're a diesel mechanic, come.
Yes, that is true. If you're a mechanic of any kind, come. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the hardest areas that we're having to fill.
Yeah.
Those are good sales jobs. Teachers, I mean,
there's a lot of teaching jobs. I've seen that in the
teachers,
in the shop.
coaching,
Coaching. Yeah.
A lot of coaching jobs open. Because the population is growing.
Yeah.
And that is only going to grow and grow and grow and grow. So, if you're up for a new adventure and are willing to take the risk to come out and make it work, you're going to make it work.
Yeah.
But if you like being close to home and you like that security of having that family around you, then this might not be the place for you to be unless you've got family here that's going to be, if you're coming with a friend, it's nice to have someone to come with or to know here.
Yeah.
Because you're not always going to have a good day.
That's true.
So make a pact with your buddy going, okay, we both can't have down days same day, okay?
Yeah.
Mine's worse. No, mine's worse. Okay, well, one of you has to be up, So if you come with somebody that you can work through it and stay, and one might stay, one might not. We've seen a lot of that happen. There's just I think it's a land of opportunity still. I mean, there isn't anything that doesn't need to happen here.
That's true. Because if this wasn't a land of opportunity, I wouldn't have came back. You wouldn't be looking at me right now. But I kind of had the option of, well, I can work back home. But really, once I had worked up here and I enjoyed it, I'm not a big fan of the terrain.
Yep.
I like trees, but I like working up here, and it really did test me as far as my ability to do a good job, and not only that, but exceed expectations, and then be able to work for 12, 14, 18 hours, go back to sleep for 4 hours, be right back up again.
Yeah.
And, I succeeded to it, and I try to encourage other people to if they really want a challenge, this is a great place for it. They just need to bring the best them.
That's right. That's perfectly said. I mean, you definitely have to bring your A game because your B and C players aren't playing right now. I mean, really, the A game is here. If you want to move up and you want to be in management, now's the opportunity.
Yeah.
And whether it's in banking or in the oil field, I mean, I was talking to a young guy that was here 2 years ago, and he said that he has had more promotions in the banking industry than the people that he graduated with. I mean, they're looking at one promotion. He's already on his third, fourth promotion, just because the pace is so much faster up here. So if you want to move and you've got that type of personality that can change, and make those moves and grow, it's still a good place to be. But you got to be on your A game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got to show up.
Yeah. Well, Cindy, it's been a privilege talking to you. You were awesome. You were always awesome. You were awesome last time. You're still awesome now.
Jobsnd.com.
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 Yep.
Yeah. Like North Dakota. Yeah. So that's where you go and look. One of the nice thing about jobsnd.com is we look at the employers. So in order for an employer to be on our list, they have to be registered with the state, or we suggest they register. They have to have workers' comp, and they have to be paying unemployment insurance.
That's good.
So unlike some other sites, they're not tested out. Anybody can go on and do it, but in order for an employer to work with us, they have to hit those guidelines. So we monitor some of that. So if it's on the website, I mean, if someone gets in that shouldn't be, it is shut down really, really quick, like within hours.
And that's great just to know that. That's great just to know that.
So you know that it's not going to be, it might be not a good fit with you at the employer.
Yeah.
But the employers are legit.
Yeah. Because I'll admit, I go to jobsnd.com. I'm not a big fan of going to Craigslist looking for jobs. It's all right, but I just don't like that.
Well, I'm not, and there's companies that list with us and there, but, if you want to see if a company's legit, before you come out here, go to the Secretary of State and see if they're registered with the Secretary of State. Go to Workforce Insurance and see Workforce Safety and WSI, Safety and Insurance. You can go there and see if the company is registered with them. So do some due diligence before you get out here. Don't say, oh, so-and-so promised me this, and this. Well, yeah, it's kind of like dating. You got to check things out before you make the leap.
Absolutely.
So,
Cindy, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. It's always a privilege.
No,
it's always
too.
a privilege.
So what are you doing now?
Well, I'm going to be working at a company, at a hydrovac job that I think, because he told me to call him back at the end of the month. And what I'm kind of impatient at the same time, because I'm really ready to go to work now. And this is what I've been doing, and I've been uploading my videos from last year and catching up on interviews this year from people I was supposed to interview last year when I was working. I didn't have a chance to. But this is pretty much what I'm doing now. I'm going to try and do as much of it as I possibly can. That way, if someone who's thinking about it or considering coming up here, at least they have some visual eyesight from actual people who are already up here.
Yep, here. You should look at this. I don't know if you saw some of this. This is good information to put across there, and you can do yourself, but these are... Well, this is what's happening. I mean, this is good stuff.
Okay.
Now that's a good one. This is good. And that one's good. And that's good information.
Well, Cindy, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, those two are good. I don't know what's on the back of these. These two you probably don't need,
Okay.
but these two would be good.
Workforce ND. Job Service, North Dakota. Well, Cindy, thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk with you again. And
Photoshop me, will you, so I look good?
okay, I'll do that. Thank you, and we'll see you again.
All right, sounds good.
All right.